So this is our voiceover microphone and microphone recording setup. As you could see, it's on wheels, and so it can be moved around wherever it needs to go. There is a power cable that is attached to it. This power cable plugs one end into the wall, one end into the bottom of this recorder. And this recorder also has some internal batteries. Once they die, they're not rechargeable, so it's just you replace them. So I always recommend utilizing the charger. It's just a little bit easier. And then you have the microphone is already plugged in right here, and you have headphones already plugged in right here. So in order to record audio, you'll just use the switch on the left side, push it down, power the unit on. Then you'll press the record button once. That makes the light flash red. That means it's primed and ready to record. You'll press the record button again, and it'll go solid red. That means it's recording. You'll have your headphones on, and you'll be listening, or you'll be actually delivering the audio. You'll stand right here in front of the pop filter, and you'll speak into the microphone. You'll also utilize the buttons on the right side of this recorder that says REC level, recording level. And for those, you can bring the recording level up or down depending on if it's too loud or too quiet. This recorder does not have the 32-bit function that the other recorder does. So you need to make sure you get your volume right. If it's too quiet and we have to bring it up, it'll bring some noise, like that. If it's too loud and it's all fuzzy and distorted, we can't fix that. If you're going to record in the studio and you're not going to take this on wheels somewhere else, I actually suggest unplugging from here and plugging in to the same audio recorder that's used for the announcement video setup. It's literally as simple as that. All you do is unplug from this recorder, unplug the boom microphone from the announcement video, and plug this microphone into that recorder. Now you're recording into the Zoom R4, the recorder that does have 32-bit float, and you don't have to worry as much about your audio levels. Also, this one has a stronger preamp, so when you plug it in, you're gonna notice the microphone's just louder and it just sounds better. So this one is for on the move, it's mobile, but if you're in the studio, I recommend just plugging into this one. Here is the audio recorder, and with this recorder, you are going to be using the micro SD card. There is a small door on the right-hand side. You're gonna pull that open, and then you're gonna put the micro SD card in there, pushing it into that little slot, and pushing hard until you feel it click. Then close the little door. Then power the unit on with the power button that's directly above the door. This is being powered by USB-C, so you should not need to worry about batteries. You do not need to format this card each time. There's so much space on this card that you should not run out. It has days and days and days worth of recording space. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna click and hold the stop button, which says option above it. Then that gives you a couple of settings up top. The one you need is new PRJ, new project. Press that, a new project has been created. Now, all you need to do is press record. My advice is to press record when you're ready to start filming, and then do not stop recording until you're done with the whole entire session. Like I said, there is a whole lot of space on this thing, so just let it record the whole time that you're filming. That'll make it easier for me to synchronize everything up later when I just have one huge audio file and all the video files can just kind of fall into that in the timeline. Also, it's easier on you. You don't have to stress about whether you are or aren't recording at the beginning of each take. So, for safety reasons and because we have plenty of storage available, I recommend recording at the beginning of your session and letting it record the whole time until the end of your session. When you're done, you'll come over and press the stop button, and you're done. That stops it. If you decide that it's time to do a new project before you have actually taken this file off of the device, make sure that you hold stop and you do a new project. If you do not create a new project, you will just continue recording where this last project left off. Or even worse, if the SD card is taken out and put back in, it resets it and you start recording over this project. So make sure before you start a session, you create a new project. Let this roll for the whole entire session, stop it after the session, and then grab your SD card out, put the footage onto the Google Drive for me to edit, and bring the SD card back into the studio. All the SD cards are up here on the shelf, and they're arranged in the order of how fast they go. Grab from the back, and when you're done, place one in the front. You would need to grab an SD card for this one, but this uses the full-size SD cards. Also, I recommend specifically using the 8 GB SD card. The 8 GB memory card goes into this recorder only. The reason why is because this recorder is very, very, very old, and it actually cannot process files larger than a 16 GB SD card, and it loads very slowly with 16 gigs. So 8 is the happy medium. So that's it for our voiceover recording setup.